What's so interesting about the K-pop industry is that its idols come from very different backgrounds. Some had normal lives before they became idols, others had more modest backgrounds, while the others were so rich that the idol life didn't make much of a difference in the way that they live. Well, except for making them richer. Wonyoung from IVE, Rise's Antone, ITZY's members, and much more showcased a life of luxury that can seem unreal even before they debuted. To start with Wonyoung, it was pretty clear she came from a well-off family. You could see it in her education, the extracurricular activities she was involved in, and the expensive outfits she wore when she was a mere trainee. This might have something to do with the fact that her family is rumored to be pretty rich. There are rumors suggesting that Wonyoung's grandfather had a significant role as the general secretary of the Association of Overseas Chinese in Korea and also managed a Chinese restaurant. These rumors weren't confirmed, but they may explain the money and focus that was put into her education ever since she was a child. Wonyoung once mentioned attending an English-speaking kindergarten, which is considered pretty exclusive in Korea, as this is typically associated with rich families since it's quite a competitive process to get into such kindergartens. When she was 6 years old, she proved herself to be quite the talented kid, attending academies for flute, piano, violin, and swimming. Furthermore, netizens were even more surprised to find out that Wonyoung had never used public transportation like buses or subways before. Just how rich do you have to be to have never used public transport? Not only that, but it seems like Wonyoung's upbringing has led to quite an impressive circle of friends and an expensive taste in food and clothes. Prior to debuting, it was said that Wonyoung had a close bond with Lee Do-young, who happens to be the granddaughter of the chairman of Daelim Group, one of Korea's top corporations. Shortly after IZ*ONE debuted, she was often spotted sporting various high-end designer clothing and accessories from brands like Gucci, Saint Laurent, and Prada, which means that she wasn't paying for them with idol money. Her favorite restaurant is also very luxurious and expensive, as a meal there costs about $260 per person. Rise's Antone was raised in a similar environment, but unlike Wonyoung, we know a lot about his family, and most of these aren't rumors, but stories that his parents or even Antone himself have shared. Antone is considered kind of a nepo baby in the industry, as he's the son of renowned singer and producer Yoon Sung, who produced a lot of hit songs for tons of artists, and former actress Shim Hae-jin. Because of his already famous parents, the spotlight fell on Antone from early on, but thankfully the public saw that there was a lot more to him than his background. When he was only 15, Antone made an appearance on Single Wife 2 along with his parents, where it was revealed that he was an active professional youth swimmer in New Jersey, USA, something that he had done since he was 5 years old. Antone attended school overseas, which means that he was rich enough to afford it, and was even considered a prodigy back there. Due to his father's skills, and of course the money that was being poured into his education, he started dipping his toes into music production, and was even an excellent cello player. In addition to good genes, wealth, and talent, Antone had one hell of a friend circle, even as a teenager. When stalking Antone's pre-debut account before he deleted it, netizens noticed that he and IU used to meet up a lot thanks to his father. Antone's father composed IU's song Only I Didn't Know, and the two were generally pretty close, with IU even calling him dad at times. It would only make sense that IU would also be close to the rest of the family, with Antone's post from his old Instagram account showing just that. In fact, in one post, he had attached a screenshot of a Louis Vuitton pair of sneakers writing, "I walked up to the apex of Namsan just to eat hamburger. IU Nuna, thanks for the shoes." IU replied to the post writing, "What's up with that screenshot?" Antone also shared a stunning view from the peak of Namsan, so it's quite possible that IU treated him to a meal at a restaurant located atop of the hill. This is quite remarkable on its own because dining at the top of Namsan tends to be quite expensive, and the shoes have been very pricey too. aespa's Jazelle also seems to come up pretty often when the rich kids of K-pop are mentioned. Jazelle grew up in the fancy Garasu-gil area in Seoul. She went to Sacred Heart International School in Tokyo, which costs about $6,402 a year. Not long after that, Jazelle was seen sporting very fancy clothes and jewelries like the rings from Chrome Hearts. Just to give you an idea of the prices, 3 of the rings worn by Jazelle are valued at nearly $10,000, $1,500, and $3,000 respectively. As for her connections, well, it's tricky to say the least, as nothing has been confirmed so far. It is said that Giselle's aunt is Cho Joo-hee, the director of the Seoul branch of ABC News in the US, who's rumored to be Lee Soo-mon's girlfriend. However, Jazelle herself had to shut down these rumors. In an episode of Knowing Bros, when the speculations that she was rich came up, she answered that there was a little truth to them. While she didn't consider the rumors bad, she still said that the claims that her family was rich and owned golf courses were all false. Another idol we should mention is ITZY's Leah. Before attending SOPA, Leah went to the North London Collegiate School Jeju, where all classes are held in English. This school offers a wide range of over 100 club activities, from orchestra to scuba diving and even horse horseback riding. If you're still not convinced about how upscale this school is, consider this. The yearly tuition is approximately $34,000, and with accommodation expenses, attending costs a student over $50,000. It's known that children of numerous celebrities and successful business figures enrolled here. Leah also once got attention when she was seen carrying a $1,700 bag at just 19, prompting TMI News to suggest that she came from a well-off background. With her career as an idol, her wealth has likely increased, and it's expected to keep growing in the future. Let's move on to Lauren. Ever since seeing him for the first time, netizens suspected that Lauren was even at least a bit rich. But little did they know that he's crazy rich. He was pretty young, and still, it seemed like YG was desperate to push him to the public. He had a producer credit in G-Dragon's hit song Bull, earned credit as a co-lyricist for 3 out of the 8 tracks in Blackpink's The Album, and even a cameo appearance in the music video for Lovesick Girl, so people thought that he must be someone pretty important, like the son of a YG Entertainment executive or something similar. In fact, he turned out to be the son of Lee Hae-jin, who just happens to be Naver's founder and global investment officer. You can just imagine how rich his family was and just how lavish his lifestyle had been before becoming an artist. When Lauren was in the 5th grade, he moved from Korea to Singapore and attended the Singapore American School, where the tuition reaches $60,000 without calculating the additional costs. Following high school graduation in 2013, he headed to Japan with aspirations to become an EDM producer. After joining the Black Label, he found numerous opportunities in the realm of DJing and producing. Guess it pays to have a rich father who can not only fund your hobbies, but also open doors to incredible opportunities. In addition to that, he also got his own independent record label, Fire Exit Records, and manages a distribution company, AWOL. He also appeared on the cover of Dazed Korea along with Rosé, was spotted at the Paris Fashion Week back in 2022, and became the first male Korean solo artist to be a model for St. Laurent's 2022 eyewear campaign. He then signed with 88 Rising and was even a part of Coachella's 2023 lineup, not to mention his appearance on Forbes 30 Under 30 Asia annual list in 2023. Now, we're not implying that Lauren isn't talented or skilled. We've been witness of what he can do as an artist, producer, DJ, and even model. But to get your own label, DJ at important events, model for luxurious brands, and make an appearance at Coachella as someone who's relatively unknown in the industry, it's possible that there was money put into boosting his career. Again, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but his experiences as an artist who's the son of Naver's founder aren't as relatable for the other artists. An unexpected entry in this video is trot singer Dongdong Wan, who you might not have heard of, so let us tell you more about who he is. Dongdong Wan began his career as a trot singer in 2019 when he was just 12 years old. There's not much known about his family or background, except that he attended Soonhwa Arts Middle School, which is a private school with some impressive alumni like actresses Moon Tae-won and Park Han-byul. But even though we don't know anything about his upbringing, we can guess that he's pretty rich just by judging his purchases. It was reported on November 17th that despite only being 16, Dongwon has purchased an apartment which is worth about $1.55 million. Sources familiar with the industry disclosed that last summer, Dongwon purchased a property in the Messinopolis complex situated in Seoul's Hakdong area. This complex includes high-rise apartments and is surrounded by an outdoor mall, a sizable grocery store, and other amenities. To think that he purchased such an expensive apartment at his young age, only 4 years since his debut, is insane. What are your thoughts on the rich kids of K-pop? Share them in the comments. Bye guys!